It's about 9:15. The locomotives are still up in the engine house. We're waiting for them to make their grand entrance. And there's quite a few visitors streaming in. The grandstand is set up between the two rails where locomotives will be coming down and position themselves until it's time for the program. Then they'll both be on the same track and come nose to nose right at this point, and the program will begin. We're all lined up to see the reenactment of the famous champagne photo.
Hello, can everybody hear me? Alrighty, let's try one more time. Can everybody hear me? Alright, we're going to do a champagne photo. We're going to do 3 distinct photos. We're going to do the first one, anybody who's in reenactment, living history, old-timey clothes, kind of what you see before you now. And then we're going to add to that photo the descendants of the Chinese. And then we're going to do a third photo with anybody who wants a photo. And I'll tell you when it's time for the next photo. But for now, anybody in living history, period dress, we're going to take the first photo. Alrighty, you guys have just been wonderful so far. Who's ready to be in a reenactment photo? Woo! Alright, everybody who wants to be in the picture, come on up.
A relatively new monument was installed here in front of the visitor center. It's a very interesting piece of sculpture. It simulates rails in a perspective disappearing into the horizon.
Today, and we've got a spectacular program lined up for you. My name is Brandon Flint, and I'm the park superintendent, and it is my privilege to this morning welcome some very special performances of Shoshone song and dance. And at Golden Spike National Park, we reside on the ancestral homelands of the Shoshone people. And today we are privileged to present 2 talented Shoshone drummers, Burdette Bird Osborne and Nelson Fred Racehorse.
Hear me out there?
Yes.
We're going to sing a flag song and then an honor song.
Soldier boy, soldier girl, Korea. Soldier girl, soldier boy,
I've known this young man, Tommy Brown, since he was a teenager. He used to help us restore the old 223 at Union Station. And he's advanced now to the chief engineer.
We did have some.
My grandpa,
lift them legs, watch the girls right there, they know how to do it.
Completed this amazing feat, building this railroad, were actually immigrants from China. And these hardworking individuals, they not only contributed to the completion of the railroad, but they also brought with them their culture and their traditions. And this is one of those. So today we're proud to share one of those cherished traditions. It's a Chinese lion dance. This captivating performance involves two skilled dancers, or in this case, many more than two skilled dancers, who come together to bring a lion to life in a stylized costume. And this lion dance is more than just...
Once the cultural program is over, the 119, the Jupiter, will move on down the track in front of the stadium there.
Zam Boyka and Uguchi, Sikandabi. Sikdustama Zion, Zama Honeywind oil, Uguchi. Dustama Sik Irish and Zama Nisano and Uguchi, Sikandabi. Dustama Siktama Ranger, Zama Honeywind oil, Uguchi, Sikandabi. Soma Honeywind, Uguchi. Surunamasta Dweguchi, Boy Scout, Zama Honeywind oil, Uguchi, Sikandabi. Zama Nusinga and Uguchi. Dustama Nano and Siktama Sosone no and Zan Nusinga and Uguchi, Sikandabi. Unamapa.
Bright stars through the perilous night, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red wing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the
Nation's story keepers. And the story of the Transcontinental Railroad is an incredible tale. It's filled with triumphs and contradictions. It tells of visionary men who achieved fame and fortune, but it also tells of countless workers who all along the line faced tremendous hardships and struggles and suffering, really. It's a narrative of a nation that was rising to greatness, but it's also the story, it's a journey of a country that welcomed the labor of thousands of Chinese workers and workers from around the world, but yet in many cases did not fully embrace them because of the countries that they came from or the cultures that they brought with them. So today, the park plays a pivotal role, an important role in preserving and interpreting that rich history and telling the complex story of the Transcontinental Railroad. And it serves as a space where we can celebrate those successes, learn from the mistakes, and have a conversation about how we as a nation want to move forward. So the railroad, the story, it's not just a relic of the history, it's a narrative that's being written today, and it's being written and told by many different people. So today, as we gather here, we brought forward a diverse group of individuals and organizations who have found a connection to this park and to this story.
Honoring the descendants of railroad workers.
Is headed towards? Oh, who knows the answer? Headed towards Omaha or east. You guys both right?
locally
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, you're part of the cast. So when we hurrah, you hurrah. When we applaud, you applaud. When we take off our hats, you take off your hats. Because what you didn't know, you thought you were coming to a national park. But in reality, when you cross that line at the visitor center, you travel by time machine. The date is May 10, 1869. The place is Promontory Summit, Utah Territory. An unlikely spot for the culmination of an undertaking that will mark the ending of the Old West and the beginning of the new. Yet, they have come, the famous and the unknown, the wealthy and the poor, the laborer and his boss, mingling in a strange communion with the local residents. Instruction Superintendent of the Central Pacific and S.D. Reed of the Union Pacific, as they carried to its ceremonial position a tie made of highly polished laurel wood and slid it into place. And two United States Commissioners, Mr. J.W. Haynes and Mr. William Sherman. Gentlemen, let's drive those flags. There we go. It's the line in the middle. of the San Francisco newsletter. Its inscription reads, "With this spike, the San Francisco newsletter pays its homage to the great work which has joined the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans this month, May 1869. Hear, hear! The better answer Lincoln Silver to span the continent and wed the ocean. Hear, hear! We are highly honored today with the presence of the Honorable Anson P.K. Safford, who is en route to Arizona as the newly appointed territorial governor. He was kind enough to delay his journey to his new headquarters in order to make a presentation on behalf of the Arizona Territory. Governor Safford.
Ribbed in iron, clad in silver, crowned in gold, Arizona presents its offering to this enterprise that has banded this continent and directed the pathway to commerce.
Pacific Railroad. Allow me to express the hope that the great importance which you were pleased to attach to our undertaking may be fully realized. These line of rails connect Atlantic and Pacific, and according to commerce and to transit, shall prove, we trust, a speedy forerunner of increased facilities. The day is not far distant when 3 tracks will be found necessary to accommodate the commerce and travel that seeks transit across this continent. Freight will then move in one direction, on one track, and a race of speed answer demands of cheapness and time. Cars and engines will be light or heavy, depending upon the speed required and the wing line. That is, to transport coarse, heavy, and cheap products for all distances at living rates to the trade. From a severe migraine and has temporarily retired to his quarters. In his absence and in the absence of the president of the Union Pacific Railroad, Mr. Oliver Ames, we have asked that great Civil War hero, General Grenville Dodge, chief engineer of the Union Pacific Railroad, to represent his railroad with a few remarks. General Dodge, thank you. Record 6 1/2 years instead of the 12 years allotted to the venture. A final presentation in the form of a silver-plated spike ball will be made by Mr. L.W. Cole, president of the Pacific Union Express Company, after which Governor Stanford and General Dodge, now that he is feeling better, will make a few ceremonial taps on the precious metal spikes with the maul. Mr. Cole.
Thank you, sir. Railroad officials, honored guests, and friends, it is the privilege.
At this point, we should point out that the last spike is a regular iron railroad spike that can be driven with a maul. Both the spike and the maul have been wired to the transcontinental telegraph line so that people everywhere can hear the blows as the spike in Philadelphia, the Liberty Bell will ring again.
the United States of America.